Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know where Mace, Poss, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rocking over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set, jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady.
Coach, this is the city, Los Angeles, California. That's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Rams. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. That'll be taken in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is gone. Over the middle, it's complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
We go, cut! 180!
Tackle! Hey, watch it!
On first down, it's gone. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, second down. Now, keep in mind, they did have 3 interceptions last week. Couldn't quite come up with a first-quarter pick that time.
But they had to like what they saw in terms of reacting when the ball is thrown. We had an expression when I played. It was called break on it. Every time the quarterback puts the ball in the air, break on the football. Go make a play and accumulate those interceptions.
Former defensive back. You remember those 3 interception games. It can be contagious, give you a little momentum.
They really can, and it doesn't matter whether it's one person or if you spread them across your entire defense. Everybody wants a piece of that pie.
Now it's gone. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Protein spell. Check 50. Ready?
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Pull it high. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
2nd and 3. Eluding the pressure right. He'll try and run it. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
58 to Mike. You better bring it. You better bring it. Let go.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
60 outlaw. Hey, wahoo.
From the gun, Eason got his man complete over the middle. That's Jordan. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Here we go.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones.
I got you, boy.
A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
On first down, Eason. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2nd and 2. He completes it to Jones. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll make it 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory. Why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really looked clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Watch tight end. 3 down, 3 down.
Here's Goff. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. On first down, it's Gurley. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Hold on. Check.
Watch his slant.
Pilot, 64, read.
Show it up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Todd Gurley, and it's 3rd down.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun. Gone. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. "12 yards on the return that time, and it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
First down, Green Bay.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the shotgun to give to Jones. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eason flushed out right. Drops it to Jones in the flat. They'll get a couple yards on that one. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held him to an okay gain.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games. And he's got to be fired up about that effort. I don't think he could have walked down and placed it any better than where he ended up putting the football. That was excellent.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And they will begin with, should we call it, far from ideal starting field position, their own 2-yard line.
So what's your definition of ideal?
The 1-yard line on the other side of the field.
Yes, exactly right. So, yes, your definition is apropos in this case.
That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Now they have a little more space to maneuver from the 15, 1st and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 14-yard
Go
line.
tonight. 180. Here we go. Here we go. Mike 9.
On 2nd and 12, Goff. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Cut. 20. Me and you on deck. On deck. I'm coming after you. Value 3. Value 3.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And this will go for 5 up to the 33.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
2nd and 5 now. Goff, he's letting it fly for Cook. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Josh Jackson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Eason. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's 3rd.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. From the gun on 3rd down, Eason. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's got a 1st down as he's up to the 48. That'll get him the 1st down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. A gain of 3, second down. To throw on second down. Eason. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. David Long, the rookie from West Virginia, there defensively.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
To throw on third down. Eason. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 25-yard line.
First down, Packers.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Eason being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Samson Abuka in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Looking to throw on second down. Eason. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Third and 15 here after the 1st and 2nd down plays went in the wrong direction. From the gun, Eason. Man open, it's St. Brown, he's got it. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Operating from the gun, Eason. Escaping the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So first down went the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. 2nd and 13. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Looking to throw. Eason. Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
We've called a lot of games, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
To throw on 2nd down, Eason steps away to his left. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and now the Rams have got it going the other way. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Hey, we got a seal. We got a seal.
Time to establish the run game here. Gurley looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him.
Keep playing hard, fellas.
From the gun on 3rd down, gone. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
180. I'm trying to collect. He gets shell.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Well, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. From the gun, Eason. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a first.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
Back to throw. Eason. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. The Packers keeping the offense out there now as he'll go for 2. Operating from the gun. Eason. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line.
They made the decision to go for 2. They didn't get it. They remained down by 2 points. Should they have kicked it there?
3rd quarter, I'm okay with it. Maybe 1st or 2nd, you don't. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, again, I keep coming back to, I don't like to chase a lot of points, but I also don't know what kicking an extra point being down 1 does for me. Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
That one covers 29 yards. 1st down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. The 20. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Vision is so important for the man in the middle because his ability to look through all the clutter that's happening in front of him, diagnose a play, and then go make it and finish it, that's when the great ones know that they have the goods.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
180.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end.
From the gun, here's Gone. And it's caught for a Rams touchdown by Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told, as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go. 50, plant. Here we go,
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Eason, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From the gun, Eason is going to fire one deep over the middle. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Here's J.K. Scott now, standing just outside his own goal line. Fielded at about the 28. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Finding Gabriel complete. 16 yards is the pickup there, and a 1st down for L.A.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things they consider safe.
Connection made here. Goff to Higbee, and he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Goff now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st down. Goff throwing again. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 17. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Eason. Flushed out right. And that's complete to Adams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. On first down, Jones. And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, Eason. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The Packers on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. Looking to throw. Eason flush to his right. Jones has it. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be 4th down. Did they maybe play that too safely on 3rd down? I know you don't want to just throw a ball blindly downfield, but that didn't help them a whole lot.
I think they probably said if it's open, take the shot. If not, get something safe because we do have 4th down to try and pick it up.
On 4th down, Eason escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Aaron Donald. And that will force a turnover on downs. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
A big run there by Gurley. 44 yards on the ground. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here. 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Todd Gurley with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Now Goff will lead the Rams up to go for 2. A shotgun snap for Goff. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they were stopped on 4th down. Had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down. Do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us? Or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves. Let's get back out there and move the ball again.
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway. But a 4th down stop, that's almost a sign of disrespect that they went for it in the first place. And when you get that, you feel great about yourselves.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 7.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Operating from the gun, Eason. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. This is brought in at the 21. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Goff going to throw it. And that's complete to Cooks. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big.
And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a Rams 1st down on a pickup of 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Again they run with Gurley. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A gain there of 12 yards and a 1st down L.A. So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and they were